we are live. Sorry about the delayed start to the stream, guys. Yeah, had to take care of a couple things, and we are here 8 laps in, and the pace car is in. We are getting ready to wrap up the first caution flag of the afternoon or evening here, and green flag's out. We are back to racing. Lap 9 starts us off. Alright, so here we got Sanchez on the inside. I believe he was the pole sitter this evening, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's the pole sitter. He's led every lap so far. Yeah, Christian Eckes on the outside, who falls in line behind Sanchez. Sanchez able to clear as they go and continue right where they left off prior to the caution flag. I did not get a chance to see what the caution flag was because I was... Yeah, again, I was busy taking care of a couple things. Alright. So here we go. So it's Sanchez, Eckes, Friesen, Kyle Busch, Infinger, the top 5. Lane, Daniel Dye up there inside the top 5 here, or trying to fight to be a part of that top 5. Lane Riggs back there in 7th. Bailey Curry up there running pretty well. Zane Smith in the 91 doing pretty well as well. And then Heim rounds out your top 10 right now. But yeah, a lot of guys battling for positions all throughout this field. You got Daniel Dye versus Grant Infinger right now, as Daniel Dye is settling into the 5th position here ahead of Grant Infinger. Alright, there we go. Heim, Curry, and Taylor Gray are all fighting for position right now, as Taylor Gray and Corey Heim both just cleared Bailey Curry that last corner. Alright, there we go. We are settling in right now. Oh, we got a caution. Caution flag, and oh no, Rajah Caruth. Looks like a flat tire here for Rajah. Rajah Caruth, one of the series favorites here, having some kind of issue. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're settling in. 13 laps in right now. Well, again, Kyle Busch is up to the 4th position for anyone who is a Kyle Busch fan just tuning in to see where Kyle's running. But so far, Sanchez has led all 12 laps on the day so far. And we are under our second caution flag of the afternoon. Let me see if I can figure out what the first caution flag was for. Thad Moffitt got out the groove, came down into Ankrum and Memphis. Memphis Virilio and Rajah Caruth both got collected. Caruth didn't get a ton of damage, but then he was also had a flat tire here, so he clearly had some sort of sustained issue. But here we go. We are settling in here. Thank you guys. Again, sorry about the late start to the stream, but we are here now. Okay. And, oh, there we go. They're talking to Tyler Ankrum out of the infield care center. Really feel bad for him. He's actually been doing pretty well this year after a really rough start to to a career for him, because he started off with a win like 5 years ago now in the Truck Series, back when he drove the 17. So yeah, here we go. Whoa, okay, yeah, Thad Moffitt was up in the stratosphere there, and then just comes down the track right into him. Yeah, nothing he could have done there. Or nothing Ankrum could have done to avoid that one. Not really sure what Thad Moffitt could have done better there. I mean, I guess he could have tried to just stay high and only collect the fence with himself. But again, I don't know how gentle that would have been. I don't know how much that could have potentially just ruined his car, which would not have been in his best interest. Alright, so there we go. And now they're talking with, I believe that's, okay, that's Thad Moffitt, okay. And they're still learning what all these Truck Series drivers look like outside the helmet, because, there we go. And say, almost all the time you always see them with their helmets on, and, I say, especially guys like Thad Moffitt who are new to the Truck Series in the last year and a half or so. Alright, so yeah. And I say he's apologetic, but I mean, yeah, he was, that was entirely his fault. And here we go. So we're settling in, let's see, Johnny Sauter is running back in the 17th position. I know my buddy Patrick's probably hoping that he runs pretty poorly here. Alright, here we go. They're hitting the choose cone. Sanchez, Eckes, inside and outside lane respectively. Friesen and Kyle Busch, inside and outside lane respectively. And they keep going, alternating pretty much the whole way back through the grid. Daniel Dye, Infinger, Riggs and Smith, Hyman Gray. Alright, so there we go. UFL tomorrow, no real interest there. Memphis Showboats and Birmingham Stallions. Yeah, Buddy is a big fan of the UFL stuff, but I could not care. The UFL is always so hard for me to get into just because I don't know any of the teams and I barely know any players. So here we go. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are getting ready to go back racing. Also going to go ahead and grab my NASCAR fan reward points. If you guys want to go ahead and check in on the leaderboard, go ahead and grab your free points. Here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. Alright, so currently working lap 17. Again, there are 40 laps here in stage number 1. Billy, we hadn't mentioned that yet, but yeah, so we're about halfway through this second stage, and here we go. We got our first change of the lead as Christian Eckes wins the battle as he goes around the outside of Nick Sanchez on the restart here. Sanchez has his first poor restart at the front, or at least poor enough that he lost the lead. Again, I mean, as I say, you do enough of these restarts, eventually you were bound to fall in behind Sanchez, especially from him starting on the outside front row. And the outside isn't very good for most of the field, but if you can have that lead and get an okay jump off the top side, you can clear going into turn 1, and that outside front row can actually be a decent spot to restart from. Yeah, Kyle Busch up to the 3rd position. He almost passed Sanchez as well, but he opted to slot himself in behind Sanchez. You got Zane Smith in the Speedy Cash car, the number 91, moving himself way up the field from where he restarted. Up into the 4th position, Daniel Dye up to 5th. Stuart Friesen slipping quite a ways back here in the from I believe he was restarting in the 3rd position. He's now back to 6th, so he's lost 3 spots on the restart. Yeah, Heim and Taylor both maintaining their spots. Dean Thompson actually having a pretty decent day. I've been really impressed with him ever since he joined up with this Tricon Garage team. He's looked very competent. Comparatively to how he'd looked in his prior efforts. Got Johnny Sauter continuing to try and move his way up the field. Raja Carruth, who had that flat tire incident, he's already up to the 21st position. He's working his way up through. Chris Wright in the number 1 truck, making his first start of the season, has already lost a lap throughout the afternoon. Alright, there we go. Alright, Sanchez is gone and run back down Eckes. He is going to try and, he looks like he's ready to try and run him down and maybe go for a pass here. Always love a good battle for the lead as they look like they're getting ready to go to commercial break. Real quick reminder that I will not be around tomorrow during the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, so there won't be a stream tomorrow, but we will be here for the NASCAR Cup race on Sunday, and I will not be late for that one. And here we go. Oh no, Rajah Caruth comes down pit road again. Comes down pit road. No, looks like another tire issue potentially. Not sure what the issue is with Rajah's truck. I'm assuming this is potentially lingering damage from the bit of contact he got from that first wreck. And then the second spin here. But yeah, right now Sanchez has gotten caught by Kyle Busch, so Kyle Busch trying to make it a three-wide battle for the lead, but Eckes so far has been able to actually hold off Sanchez's advances here pretty quickly. Alright, and also, real quick, if you guys, collect the NASCAR Fan Reward points, again, this is a reminder to go ahead and check in on the NASCAR app. Yeah, to go ahead and grab your free 50 points for checking in on the race leaderboard. And if you guys haven't heard of them, the NASCAR Fan Rewards points can be, is a point system that you can earn by just checking in on the app with the race leaderboards. You can also take part in their weekly dashboard quiz and 100 other things to earn points. Like, for example, taking part in NASCAR Fantasy. If any of you guys play that gets you points as well. So a lot of ways to earn those points, and those points can be redeemed towards stuff like autographed diecasts, race tickets, and much more. So always nice to go ahead and earn a couple points here and there when you can. Let me go ahead and see if I've already answered the dashboard question. Each of the last how many Texas Cup Series races were won by a different driver? Texas Cup Series races. Alright. We'll try and figure this one out as they come back from side-by-side commercial break with 13 laps to go in stage number 1. Let's see. Eckes, and again, Eckes still holds a slim lead over Sanchez, but they seem to be more so just minding the gap right now versus Sanchez hasn't really closed that gap in any since they went to commercial break a few minutes ago. And looks like everybody's just kind of falling into lockstep right now as they are, everybody's just kind of riding in place right now. When we start catching some of that lap traffic, which it looks like there is some up ahead, potentially could cause some issues. Oh, wait, actually, nope, sorry, I didn't realize who we were riding on board with. That's just the rest of the field up ahead. Thought we were on board with like the third or fourth place car, but no, that was Daniel Dye and Friesen in fourth and fifth or sixth that we were riding on board with. Alright, so 9 laps left in the stage. So yeah, they're just continuing to ride in line here. There again, no one's really trying to pass at the moment. Since the restart, Bailey Curry and Stephen Parsons, two of the bigger movers on the field. And here we go. Kyle Busch right on the back bumper, and he is now looking for the second position over Sanchez here. Rather than Sanchez running down the leader of Eckes, now Kyle Busch is past Nick Sanchez, and I think Kyle Busch thinks he might have the power left to try and maybe make a charge at the lead here as they have 7 laps to go. And truck number 7 is on the charge. Here we go. Let's go. I will say I'm a little bummed out about this Realtree paint scheme because I feel like if that lime green were just blaze orange, I think it would look a ton better and would still give off the whole camo and neon vibe that they were going for. I think blaze orange just looks a whole lot better with camo versus lime green. So, but yeah, ultimately that's the truck scheme they went with, and we'll have to wait and see if it. And I say again, ultimately paint on a race car doesn't make a major difference, but it's always one of those things that you'd like to imagine that each of these teams is making the best looking cars possible. And oh, okay, here we go. Eckes is closing in on lap traffic, and oh wow, yep, he had to swerve to avoid the lap truck there late. Not sure who that lap truck was. Number 76. The number 76 truck, they ended up having to swerve to avoid late. That is Spencer Boyd there. They ended up having to swerve to avoid, and yeah, definitely a, gonna say 4 laps to go, and that might be enough to hold Kyle Busch off. That slight break in momentum as he also had to find his way around the that driver. Only 4 laps to go, and Kyle's running out of time here. And here we go. Let's see the. Corey Heim actually was closing in on Grant Infinger to potentially go ahead and steal the 8th position there. A couple of extra points for Heim and or Taylor Gray if they're able to pull that one off. And oh, actually, Infinger just made this a battle where he might actually be able to go and take the spot from Lane Riggs for 7th. And meanwhile, the number 7 truck, Kyle Busch, for the race lead. Kyle Busch takes the Truck Series race lead here. He goes and makes the pass, and he clears him. Kyle Busch out in front. 2 laps to go in stage number 1. And let's see, can Kyle Busch hold him off here now? There is some lap traffic out ahead. The question is whether or not Kyle can try and lap any of them before getting to the end of this stage. Or are they just going to end up letting those trucks hang out on that lead lap here? And let's see that, the pit road is closed here in car number 22 for Keith McGee. Goes a lap down. Kyle Busch is going to see if he can lap some of these other trucks. The white truck there, I believe that's the 02. Yep, the 02 there going a lap down. And Kyle's not going to be able to get to Rajah Caruth, who is the next car up the line, which means Caruth will remain only one lap down as Kyle Busch wins stage number 1. Eckes second, third. Sanchez fourth will be Zane Smith. Coming across the line fifth, it will be Stuart Friesen over Daniel Dye for fifth. Sixth was Daniel Dye. Seventh, Lane Riggs. Eighth, Infinger. Ninth, Corey Heim. And Taylor Gray rounds out your top 10 finishers here in stage number 1. Alright, there we go. How's it going, Irish Berry? We got ourselves our stage 1 for the NASCAR Truck Series is just wrapped up. Kyle Busch was able to make the passes very late in the stage to pass Christian Eckes with about 4 laps remaining in the race. Or in the stage there. We got ourselves another 40-lap stage up ahead. Currently I'm trying to figure out what the answer to the NASCAR Fan Rewards dashboard question is. So, here we go. Let's see. For prior Cup Series winners at this track, you got, let's see, Byron Reddick, Larson, Kyle Busch. Then we have the return of the spring race, where we'll have to go ahead and double check there. Which was Austin Dillon. Then you got Kevin Harvick. Should make 6. So I believe the answer is 7. Yep, there we go, 7. I hope Kyle Busch wins too. He was able to drive up there and take the lead here in stage 1. I just hope that he doesn't completely kill the field to the point where the remainder of this race is just a race for second here. But now that Kyle Busch has the lead, we'll have to wait and see what he does with it. But, yep, there we go. Yeah, we had some crazy weather here today. And, yeah, it's been just raining for a good portion of the day. And it's supposedly going to keep raining for the next, like, multiple days in a row. But, yeah, let's see. We got a couple of Cup drivers in this field because Zane Smith in 4th place is also a full-time Cup regular. So here we go, and now coming down pit road. Everybody's coming down pit road. I'd imagine 4 tires and fuel for pretty much everybody here. Daniel Dye stops in his box. And there's Zane Smith dropping up in his box here. Getting those first 2 tires. Now they go to the other side as well. Got the 19 Eckes, that crew going to work here. 4 tires and fuel, and here we go. Kyle Busch's team is down and away, and they are going to hold the lead off of pit road here. That Kyle Busch pit crew, one of the best on pit road. Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, 6 and 4 spots gained respectively. Both of them gaining a ton of spots on pit road here. Nice job for them. There's some those are some big spots gained. 6 spots gained by Taylor Gray, and 4 of them by Corey Heim. Matt Kraft and Chase Purdy and Ty Majeski also with some nice stops. Potentially leading me to question who had some really bad spots. Oh, Mills got 16 positions? Okay, I didn't see that one listed on the graphic before they flashed him down. But yeah, Matt Mills up 16 spots there. Zane Smith with a nightmare of a stop there. Goes from... he came in 4th. He's now out in the 16th position. Stuart Friesen was up inside the top 10. He comes out 18th. Daniel Dye came in inside that top 5. And he is 13th now. Oh, and it all cycled around okay. I guess they were waiting to cycle it around here. So, okay. So, it wasn't quite as disastrous for some of those guys. Friesen still 9th. Zane Smith in 10th here. As they complete cycling the pace car around. But yeah, Matt Mills up a ton of spots here. Up inside the top 10. Matt Mills up to 7th there. Tanner Gray up quite a few spots as well. That Toyota team for the Tricon Garage guys that are doing really well ever since they took over the reins from Kyle Busch Motorsports. Now, you got Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, Tanner Gray, and Dean Thompson all up inside the top 8. I mean, 4 cars inside the top 8 is a really good mark for pretty much any team. Lane Riggs up into the 11th position, so he's still hanging on to a decent spot there as well. Let's see. So, yeah, Daniel Dye back to 13th. Johnny Sauter will restart in the 15th position. So, Rajshah Cruz, again, he stayed only 1 lap down, so it'll be him, Spencer Boyd, and Chris Wright fighting it out for the free pass win, and if we get another caution. Mason Massey was the free pass during this current caution for the end of stage number 1. And, yeah, we are currently working lap number 45 as we got ourselves 35 to go in stage number 2, as we're going to be hopefully getting ready for a restart here momentarily. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Of course, if you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, I won't be home for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race tomorrow, but I will be home for the Cup race on Sunday, so there we go. Lights are off of the pace truck. Kyle Busch and Sanchez will be lining up on the inside line. Meanwhile, Taylor Gray and Eckes will be lining up on the outside line. Eckes on that front row, Taylor Gray on the second row outside line. Here we go. Pace truck is in, leaving the field in the hands of the 19 and the 7. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. Kyle Busch and Sanchez launch on the inside line. And, oh, here we go. Corey Heim up the on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make it 3 wide for second. And Corey Heim goes and makes the pass. And, oh, Dean Thompson up the track. Dean Thompson gets shuffled way up the track and way out of line. That is not going to be good for him. He is going to lose like 12 spots on that one. But his teammate Corey Heim was able to make a beautiful move up into the second position, and he is going to try and challenge Kyle Busch for the lead, and he has a fast car. I think he reasonably could end up challenging it out for the spot here. Man. So let's see. How far back did Dean Thompson fall on that restart? He is back in 17th spot and falling, and still falling. Same thing with Mills. Matt Mills is continuing to fall as well. He is falling all the way back as well. Dean Thompson back to 20th. Let's see. Where is... Matt Mills is in 17th here. And here we go. Heim to the outside. Is it Heim time, or can Kyle Busch hold off? And here comes Sanchez back in the mix. Sanchez might be trying to get a little bit of payback for that, for getting the jump that Heim did on the restart. Again, I don't think Heim did anything wrong, but Sanchez could be looking to try and move to the inside on Heim the same way that Heim did the move to him. And here we go. Kyle Busch fighting everything, doing everything he knows how to hold off a hard-charging Corey Heim here. And there we go. Christian Eckes passes Sanchez there for the third position. So everybody's just making passes around here. A couple spots up, couple spots down. Taylor Gray has settled himself into the 5th position. Zane Smith up to 6th. And, everybody just kind of settling in for a potential long run here. I say long run, but ultimately we only got 30 laps left in stage 2, so that, as I say, the run will only be at most 30 laps long here. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. I gotta say, that car for Friesen does not stick out the same way his normal blue and Dayglow red car does. And here we go. Nick Sanchez making the pass on Christian Eckes here for the 3rd position. This battle between these two has been amazing. And let's say, Sanchez versus Eckes, those two keep trading back and forth for the 3rd position here. I mean, I can't complain. This racing is pretty good behind Kyle Busch for the for position. As I say, Kyle Busch is settling into about a 0.3 of a second lead over Corey Heim. We'll have to wait and see if that is sustainable or not. Or if Heim's going to be able to try and make a charge here at the lead. And they are talking, I was going to say, and they are just talking about Rajah Caruth, who's moved himself up into the free pass position when and if we get a caution. But Heim just made a serious run at Kyle Busch, but not able to make a serious attempt at the pass yet. We'll have to wait and see if he's able to make an attempt at that pass in a bit. But Heim has since fallen back to about a 0.4 of a second gap. Again, he's going to drop back, try and build up that run again, and then see if he can come back at him with a little bit more speed and momentum next time. This next time round. Alright, so here we go. Chris Wright trying to making his 46th Truck Series start here tonight. Alright, let's see. Infinger versus Riggs right now for the 8th position. Yeah, Riggs going to try and take that 8th position away from Infinger. Infinger holds on to it right now in the 8th position. You got Ben Rhodes, Jake Garcia battling it out for position just outside the top 10. Ben Rhodes taking 11th place from Garcia there. A couple of ThorSport teammates there fighting for that one. And speaking of ThorSport teammates, that's who's next on Ben Rhodes' list. He's got to try and get by his teammate Matt Crafton, and there we go. Yep, there he goes. Ben Rhodes up ahead of Matt Crafton for 10th. Speaking of ThorSport teammates, the cameras just decided to go and show Connor Jones for a moment here as he is fighting for himself down in the back half of the top 10 here. As Crafton's got an issue. Crafton has an issue of some kind. And I say, Matt Crafton just went from inside the top 10 to now he's getting passed by Stephen Parsons here for 14th. Crafton back into the 15th position and continues to fall here as they go to commercial break. We are currently 19 laps in to this the second stage. Again, no idea what has happened to the Matt Crafton truck, but he is losing spots and in a hurry here. And there goes his team, another ThorSport teammate of Ty Majeski, as he continues his free fall through the field. And Kyle Busch, who has now put a 1.3 second lead over Corey Heim, has safely gone and defended this lead. We can safely assume there won't be a challenge for the lead for the moment. Again, Rajah Caruth currently holds on to that first spot 1 lap down, so if a caution were to fly for, say, if something does actually happen to Crafton, like let's say he's dropping back due to a tire potentially coming down, if a tire does go down and brings out a caution, that'd be a back on the lead lap for Caruth. Right now, Rajah's got to be hoping that Rajah Caruth's got to be hoping that what's his name, Mason Massey does not end up falling off the lead lap, as he is currently the last car on the lead lap. And I'm curious if Kyle Busch, if as long as it won't jeopardize his lead, might try and help Rajah Caruth get that free pass, as they are teammates. Again, as long as it doesn't jeopardize his lead over Corey Heim. So, I mean, if he catches Massey here with, like, 20 laps to go, yeah, no, he'll pass him. But if he catches, let's say he catches Mason Massey with 5 laps to go, and he maintains about a 2-second lead over Heim, he may sacrifice a little bit of that lead over Heim, maybe to try and help Rajah Caruth be able to still get the free pass. But yeah, since the restart, you got Mills and Thompson down really bad here, dropping 19 spots for Mills, 15 spots for Thompson. Friesen and Crafton both down 7 and 6 spots respectively as well. They've dropped significantly as well. But, yeah, whatever happened to, I don't know if Mills might have taken 2 tires or something, but whatever it is, it has not worked out for him. Now you got Brett Holmes looking to the inside on Matt Crafton here. Crafton going to be able to hold off Brett Holmes for the minute, but Holmes is one of those drivers that's looked very good this to start this Truck Series season, and whatever is wrong with Crafton's truck right now, I say he is not able to race like the multi-time champion that we all know he is. Alright, so 16 laps to go. And right now, Kyle Busch is just pacing the field. He's now got a 2.5 second lead over Corey Heim for the first position. Nick Sanchez is staying within shooting distance of Corey Heim. If Corey Heim makes a slip up, Sanchez will be all over him for that second position. And then Sanchez has about a second gap between himself and Eckes. And let's see how far back the... Alright, so 25 seconds back from Massey, and they are moving at about 30 seconds a lap, so they're only about 5 seconds away from catching the tail end of the field, so curious to see what that ends up doing to bunch back up this field. Again, right now, Kyle Busch is pulling to a massive lead as of right now, and Corey Heim is about to have Sanchez all over his rear bumper, so that battle for position could help Kyle Busch in his pursuit to try and get away from the second place drivers. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And let's see, Johnny Sauter up into the top 10. There we go. Let me go ahead and just bother my buddy Patrick about that one. Alright, here we go. Alright, and they go to a full screen commercial break, and there we go. Just had to go and let my buddy Patrick know that Sauter's out here leading laps, because I know how much he doesn't like Sauter, for whatever reason. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, we were 25 subscribers away from 2,600. Let's go. Definitely bummed that I got a little bit of a late start on the stream tonight, but hey, you know what? We'll make do with what we got. Alright, so it'll be less than 10 laps to go when they go, not when they go green, but when they come back from the commercial break. And Christian Eckes has fought right back into the same fight with Corey Heim and Nick Sanchez. The two of them, the two of them battling for position, I guess, brought Christian Eckes right back into the fold. And oh, there we go. Corey Heim loses a spot to both of them. Not sure what happened there to Corey Heim, but he has dropped to 4th position, allowing both Sanchez and Eckes by him. We'll have to wait and see when they come back from commercial break as to what happened. Hopefully it's nothing major, but you always worry about it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, they're still at commercial break. They got a Dairy Queen commercial going right now, and yeah, we're just chilling. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Real quick, if you guys enjoy the content and want to take part in some NASCAR fantasy, I do have a NASCAR fantasy league going. Link is in the description if you guys want to join that. You can join anytime throughout the NASCAR season. Obviously, the season-long championship might be out of range, but you can still compete for the win each and every week, as in addition to when they go and have the playoff championship. And there we go. Kyle Busch passes Matt Mills for the race lead, and he is just driving off, and he is going to try and lead as many laps as he can. We got 5 laps to go. And he's got a 2-second gap behind him to Sanchez. Corey Heim has dropped all the way back to almost 5 seconds behind. So he's lost almost 3 seconds on between Heim and Sanchez at this point. Heim might even lose out to Taylor Gray if he's not careful here. He's got about a 1-second gap between Heim and Gray right now for that 4th position. And here we go, battle between Lane Riggs and Zane Smith here for the 6th position there. The battle of the 38 car, because that was Zane Smith's truck last year that he won the Truck Series championship in. Obviously, Zane Smith got promoted up to the NASCAR Cup Series this year, leaving that truck open for Lane Riggs to take over that truck full time this year. So, and Lane Riggs going and passing the former driver of that truck. So, a little bit of a hey, look, I'm doing pretty well out here for myself, despite not being quite the same championship caliber driver, at least not right now. Again, Lane Riggs is still pretty young, so I'm curious to see how he develops behind the wheel of that 38 car, but And I say, he's having a pretty good night here tonight so far. Of course, he's the son of former NASCAR Cup Series driver Scott Riggs. And here we go. Let's see. Johnny Sauter up into the top 10. He is continuing to try and he's just driving all by himself. Nobody behind him, nobody in front of him. I mean, that is a very peaceful place to be at. And Kyle Busch is, I say, it's only one lap to go for Kyle Busch, but Sanchez is closing into 1 second here. Can Kyle Busch hold him off? Shouldn't be too hard, but yeah, Kyle Busch has lost a lot of that gap. Again, it won't really matter that he lost that gap because he's, let's say, he's going to lose all the gap as he comes off turn 4. And Kyle Busch wins stage number 2. So Kyle Busch sweeps the stages here. Sanchez, 2nd. 3rd, Eckes. 4th, Corey Heim. 5th, Taylor Gray. Riggs, Smith, Dye, Infinger, and Sauter, the other drivers earning points here in this stage 2. So Kyle Busch able to sweep the stages here tonight. And yeah, Nick Sanchez in that number 2 truck comes home 2nd here as the top series regular. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to go use the bathroom and I will be right back, guys. But they're going to commercial break as we have our stage 2 in the books. Here we go. And we are back just in time as they get back from commercial break. Let's go. Perfect timing. Nick Sanchez's crew is getting ready for him to come down pit road along with everybody else. You got the number 19 crew getting ready. There's the Spire Motorsports crew. They're getting ready as well. Stage points tonight. Obviously, Kyle Busch not running for points as he will not be on this list. But Eckes and Sanchez both earning 17 points. Corey Heim getting 9. Riggs getting 9. So some decent points there as Daniel Dye, Zane Smith take over and try and go for some... go down into the pit stops here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Got Sanchez getting 4 tires and fuel as well, so curious to see where he'll come out. Alright. here we go. Sanchez is away, and here goes Kyle Busch. Oh, Kyle with a little bit of a slide. Luckily, does not take anyone out with him, and he gets out in front of everybody. Taylor Gray's crew able to gain him another 3 spots. Sanchez down 2, Heim down a spot, Infinger up 3 there. As they go and come off of pit road, and we'll be getting ready for stage number 3 here momentarily. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Sorry, a little bit under the weather tonight, but still going, and let's see. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on? Still at commercial break. Closing in on having more NASCAR, more and more NASCAR reward points so far. Alright, let's see. And they're getting ready to come back from commercial break here. Showing some Truck Series highlights from this race and other races in the past, because seeing some sponsors out there that have not been a part of the series in a couple of years. Saw Johnny Sauter's number 13 truck with his old sponsor that, again, hasn't sponsored since he left the 13. Alright, here we go. Here we go, green flag's out. We're back to racing. Taylor Gray on the outside. Oh, Eck is on the inside. Slides up into Taylor Gray, and oh wow, that's a big checkup. That could be disastrous there. Taylor Gray currently just trying to get out of everybody's way after he gets up the track there. Eck is trying to put a bit of a block there. I don't know if it was necessarily the cleanest block in the world, but again, Eck is trying to do his best, and Here we go. Gray finds his momentum again, and he is going to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Alright. So yeah, we're just past halfway, or we're passing halfway here any moment, I believe. Oh wait, no, we already passed halfway. Halfway has been passed here. Let's see, 17 of Gray going on by Sanchez for fourth here. That battle back and forth here for the position, and ooh, Infinger sliding around right in front of Lane Riggs. Those two slipping and sliding. They say there are great battles all over this track. Kyle Busch and Eckes for the lead. Now you got Lane Riggs and Ty Majeski fighting it out for the 7th position after what looked like we thought Riggs might go for 6th. And speaking of that battle, you've now got Zane Smith going and passing Ty Majeski, and now he might go and clears Lane Riggs here by the end of the corner. No, Lane Riggs is able to carry the momentum off the high side there off of turn number 4 and was able to hold off Zane Smith, at least for the moment. But yeah, great battles again all over this entire racetrack. You've got good battles going on. Got a battle now between Daniel Dye and Majeski for the 9th position here. Ty Majeski on the outside in the number 98. You got Daniel Dye on the inside in the number 43 car. And oh, Majeski thought he might have been clear. He was not quite there. Eckes makes a really big run to the inside. Not enough to take the spot from Kyle Busch, and he ends up falling quite a ways back here and ends up actually losing second spot to Heim here. After getting all the way up underneath Kyle Busch, I thought he was going to go and make the pass, but instead drops all the way back. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Corey Heim versus Eckes here now battling it out. These two fighting it out for that 2nd position. You got Taylor Gray in the mix as well. Going to try and make this a 3-way battle for 2nd. You got 2 Toyotas and 1 Chevy here fighting it out for this spot. Again, the number of Fords in the field is a pretty light number. But yeah, right now you got to... We're in working lap number 95, coming to about, so we got about 167 is the total number of laps in this race. Working our way through this one. Let's go. Let's see. Sauter hanging on just outside the top 10 here. You got Stuart Friesen outside the top 10, just barely. But right now, Kyle Busch, the battle for 2nd is going to give Kyle Busch some opportunity to try and pull away as he's got himself 72 laps to go here in this NASCAR Truck Series race. And they are highlighting that resin and how nobody is going into it, which could be a factor of just how late in the night it is. That resin typically requires ambient heat, which, I don't know how warm it is in Texas tonight, but obviously once that sun goes down, that heat is going to be less effective for getting that resin to activate here. Something that is definitely not less effective, though. Here we go. Nick Sanchez to the outside of Taylor Gray. He's going to try and make a pass here. Let's go. 70 to go, and Sanchez takes over the 4th spot from Taylor Gray, and he is going to try and run down these other drivers here for the battle for second. You got Eckes versus Heim, about 1 second off the back bumper of Kyle Busch as they continue to battle it out, as we're currently at side-by-side commercial breaks. You got Bailey Curry versus Dean Thompson further back. That battle being the battle for the 18th position. As I say, definitely a lot further back. So right now you got 3 drivers out the race: Ankrum, Moffitt, and Virilio. All 3 of them were knocked out of this race back on lap 2 in that lap 2 crash before we came on the air. And here we go. Kyle Busch, 68 laps to go. And here we go. Eckes to the bottom of the racetrack. Eckes going to try and take that spot from Corey Heim. And there we go. Eckes now leads, or has the 2nd position over Heim. Heim now back to the bottom. These two drag racing it down the back straightaway. This is a really good battle here. Eckes to the outside. Heim fighting it as hard as he can on the inside. And now here comes Nick Sanchez going to try and make the same pass that Eckes just did. And it looks like it's going to be a whole lot easier for Sanchez. But Sanchez on the top of the racetrack. Yes, he does clear the 11, but it was not nearly as convincing as I thought it was going to be. And there we go. We got ourselves 67 laps to go. Alright, so yeah, we are just making our way through this one. So, Kyle Busch, this is his fourth of 5 Truck Series starts on the season. You got Eckes up into the 2nd position, the highest of the series regulars. Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, Taylor Gray, rounding out the rest of your top 5 runners right now. And there's not really a battle there for that final spot inside the top 10 because Sauter is way further back there. And, ooh, wow, they're showing that replay again from last year's truck race where Dean Thompson took 2 massive shots. I'm very glad that he's okay from that one, but yeah, again, he is currently running just quietly inside the top 20, but inside the top 20 is not very impressive when you factor in that there's only 36 trucks here. Tanner Gray, the last truck on the lead lap. Right now, Rajah Caruth once again has fought his way all the way up into the free pass position, but yeah, the question is how long will he stay there before Kyle Busch starts lapping other guys like Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray currently the last truck on the lead lap. I'm sure Tanner Gray will want to put up some good defense though, since he's got 2 teammates inside that top 5. Including his brother Taylor, who, again, both of them trying to catch Kyle Busch if he can help him out by slowing him down a little bit. Alright, here we go. 63 to go. We have crossed the 100 lap mark. And let's see. 5 laps down for Keith McGee. Yeah, that is the lowest ranked driver who is actually still on the racetrack. So yeah, Keith McGee 5 laps down, Boyd 3 down, Matt Mills has lost 2 laps, Mason Massey's down 2, Timmy Hill down 2. Oh, wait. Nope, that might not be entirely correct because it's saying Rajah Caruth is down 2 laps, and he is not 2 laps behind the race right now. I'm going to say he is only 1 lap down as he will be in position for the free pass here in for at least the next few moments. But here we go. Kyle Busch going around the outside of Spencer Boyd there. And that will put Boyd a third lap behind the race. Alright, so yeah, again, Kyle Busch has absolutely just dominated the latter half of this race here. He's led himself 70 laps. He is on pace to lead over half the race here tonight. And yeah, this could be I'm hoping that this is a good sign for Kyle Busch on Sunday, but it's hard to really tell how this is going to translate to Sunday for him. Because obviously there's only one or two other drivers from this field that will also be in that race on Sunday. And it's a different car, obviously, than what he'll be running on Sunday with the next-gen car. Hard to tell how it's going to translate. And here we go. Let's see. Ben Rhodes so far, best finish is 7th at Circuit of the Americas. No top 5s yet this season. And Ben Rhodes, he is currently down in the 12th position. Does not look like he'll be on pace to go and get a top 10 here today and potentially improve that best finish of the season. Lane Riggs coming down pit road. Curious to see... is this because of some sort of issue, or are they just pitting because they think that the fresh tires right now would be able to help them potentially leapfrog the competition of Kyle Busch and the other drivers up inside that top 5? I mean, if you're Lane Riggs, I'd be looking for any advantage you can try and find. And I mean, this race does have that green flag feel here. As I say, aside from the very beginning of this race, you haven't seen much for caution flags. In terms of cautions for contact, the only two we've had was the lap 2 crash and then the blown tire for Rajah Caruth. And there we go. Tanner Gray has now gone a lap down, and Kyle Busch gets by him without much issue. Eckes only 1 second behind him here. And there we go. The battle between Eckes and Sanchez is on once again here, though. But, yeah, there we go. Sanchez up to the 2nd position. As they're heading into a ton of lap traffic here. And that traffic is going to be potentially what's either going to help Kyle Busch win this thing. And it also could end up being the determining factor for Eckes and Sanchez, who ends up being the driver who can try and run down Kyle Busch here. Let me see. What was the pit window? Let's see. Let me see if I can find the pit window here. So they pit on 82. Let's see. That'd be 85 laps on this tank of fuel. I think they are going to have to pit here, and I think we're actually getting to the close to the window. I would say about 50 to 60 is when we will see the leaders coming in for their green flag stops. As they go for a full screen commercial break this time. But yeah, so I would say again, you got about 10-15 more laps before we start seeing the leaders pitting for fresh tires. Alright, so I'm going to say we are settling in Again, it is just past 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. And again, we are settling in for the run to the checkers. 50 laps to go. You could pit now and make it to the checkers, no problem. But, the question being is to how early do you want to pit with the potential of both overtime and just being able to run as aggressively as you need if we do get a late caution. Alright, here we go. Alright. So yeah, right now we're just chilling here. We got ourselves, again, we're still in a full screen commercial break, so I can't really see what's happening on the track. And oh, here we go. So, can't see what's happened on the track. We are back, and we are currently looking at Lane Riggs trying to fight Kyle Busch to stay on a lap. Let me see what lap that battle is for. But here we go, Sanchez versus Heim fighting it out for that spot there, and here we go, Chase Purdy coming down pit road. Let's see, 38. Lane Riggs, that appears to be 2 laps down that he will be trying to hold him off for. And here we go. Daniel Diaz come down pit road. So does Nick Sanchez here. So they're starting to that wave of pit stops here. Everybody trying to get some fresh tires to maybe beat Kyle Busch to the punch on that one. Again, right now a yellow flag would kill their strategy by coming to pit road now, but again, if they can get on these tires and if it goes green all the way, potentially those fresher tires sooner could pay off for guys like Sanchez, Infinger, Bailey Curry, who have all come to pit road. Now Corey Heim comes down pit road as well. And Kyle Busch is going to have to make a decision here soon. Does he want to come down pit road now, or is he going to run it as deep as he possibly can, potentially take gas and go only? But as of right now, Kyle Busch leads as the green flag pit cycle has begun here. Right now, Nick Sanchez, the leader of the guys who have already come down pit road. And, Corey Heim is just now leaving pit road. We'll have to see where he cycles out in the traffic here. Taylor Gray also just coming off pit road. Taylor Gray is going to lose spots to pretty much everybody here. Dean Thompson also on pit road. And let's see, it looks like Corey Heim might cycle out ahead of Sanchez here for the best of the cars on the that have already pit here. So Dean Thompson, Taylor Gray, Garcia, Ty Dillon all on pit road now. And here we go. Let's see. Corey Heim fighting it out now with Taylor Gray for that spot as the top driver who has already pit. And there we go. Heim able to get that spot. 42 laps to go. Again, so far, Kyle Busch has not come to pit road. I believe the top 10 have all not come to pit road. So it is Busch, Eckes, Chandler Smith, Stuart Friesen, Matt Craft in the top 5. Stephen Parsons pits from 6th. Ben Rhodes comes down pit road in the 7th position as well, leaving Connor Jones, Brett Holmes. Oh, Brett Holmes comes down pit road. And Lawless Allen is the remaining drivers who have not pit, who are on the lead lap here. Or on and around the lead lap, I guess he should say. Because Tanner Gray and Rajah Caruso have been fighting to stay on the lead lap most of the most of this final run for Tanner Gray, and Rajah Caruso have been fighting to try and stay on the lead lap most of the day. Both of them have yet to pit, and they are currently one lap down. So there we go. So right now, only the top 5 are on the lead lap right now. So if we got a caution flag right now, that would be absolutely disastrous. Here comes Stuart Friesen. Friesen hits his pit box in the Chili's machine. And here comes Kyle Busch to pit road. Kyle Busch pits from the lead here. Matt Crafton also on pit road. So is Connor Jones. And it looks like Eckes will stay out and assume the lead. So Eckes and Smith lead this field. The numbers 19 and 91 lead the field. Lawless Allen also staying out on track so far. But yeah, right now though, and here comes Eckes to pit road. I'd be shocked if we don't see Smith follow him, or no. Okay, it looks like Zane Smith does opt to stay out on the track. So here we go. Kyle Busch coming out of pit road. He's still on the lead lap here, and looks like Kyle Busch might be the only driver on the lead lap still here. I say right now, Zane Smith is working his way through this one. So here we go. Here comes Eckes off of pit road, and he is going to filter in behind the 7 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch able to get on and off pit road better than any of the others. And right now, Zane Smith is out there. He is the only car left on the lead lap. As it looks like Lawless Allen finally comes down pit road. And oh no! Caution is out! We do have a caution flag as Zane Smith hits pit road. And you're kidding me. No. This might... I'm going to have to wait and see what this ruling is. Zane Smith may have just gotten very lucky with the timing of this caution, because he is the race leader here as he comes off pit road and the field is frozen here. As I say, we are going to have to wait and see exactly where everybody cycles out. It looks like we got 5-6 drivers on the lead lap right now as it stands. Again, we will have to wait and see where everybody lines up here. And say, if that is true that there are 5 or 6 drivers on the lead lap, that is nightmare. Because Kyle Busch staying out, Kyle Busch, Corey Heim, and Taylor Gray will all stay out here as the caution flag flies. And that will trap most of the rest of these guys a lot down. Now it's looking like Majeski, Infinger might also be on the lead lap. We'll have to wait. Again, we're still waiting to see if time and scoring cycles around. If so, that would put 9 trucks on the lead lap. But again, we're waiting to see here. Also, Lawless Allen did not pit here. Lawless Allen had stayed out, and he actually ends up saving himself from losing a lap or two by coming back down pit road. But yeah, so Zane Smith and Kyle Busch, they were both just on pit road, and they are being scored 1 and 2. So I believe they aren't going to have to come back down pit road here with 35 to go, and we're going to see a very small amount of trucks on the lead lap here. That is again, a worst case scenario caution for most of the field. And here we go. They're going to go to commercial break while they sort all this out. I'm going to go use the bathroom, and I will be right back, guys. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're back. Hopefully, we didn't lose too many people there during that quick break. We're waiting to see what the official ruling is going to be for who all is on lead lap and not. Here we go. Let's see. Looks like while we were going, it looks like they've settled on 7 lead lap trucks. That is concerning. If we only have 7 trucks on lead lap, this could be a very anticlimactic run to the checkers here. So there we go. Texas Rangers versus the Houston Astros. That game at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be a good game, hopefully. Battle of Texas. And the caution flag being out here. They're showing some photos from around the racetrack for the on the big screen down the back straightaway. And let's see. Again, we're waiting to see what the official timing and scoring is going to say, but I believe we have 7 trucks on lead lap. Alright, let's see. Alright, looks like we are looking to have 16 trucks on the lead lap when all is said and done, they're saying. Okay. So, 16 trucks will end up on the lead lap once they get all the timing and scoring figured out, it looks like. So, Stephen Parsons will be the last car on the lead lap. So, that means your 16 trucks that will be fighting for victory will be Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Corey Heim, Taylor Gray, Wallace Allen, Eckes, Sanchez, Tanner Gray, Infinger, Majeski, Friesen, Daniel Dye, Johnny Sauter, Dean Thompson, Matt Crafton, and Stephen Parsons. Assuming that what they're saying on the TV is correct about what the eventual timing and scoring will look like when we get it all sorted out here. And the yellow lights are still on the pace truck, so let's see. Nobody opting to come down pit road here. And let's see. about 30 laps to go when we go green, hopefully. Go. Alright, there we go. Most wins at Texas in the NASCAR Truck Series. You got Todd Bodine, Johnny Sutter, and Kyle Busch both tied at 5. And both of them are also in the race here right now. And oh, here comes Zane Smith down pit road. Alright, let's see. Here comes Zane Smith down the pit road, and I believe that is what they are talking about as to what was going to leave 16 cars on the lead lap. So I guess when they came down pit road, they opted not to take any fuel or tires to remain on the lead lap and to try and remain with as many cars a lap down as possible. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad strategy because now instead of coming out 16th, you'll come out inside the top 10 when you restart. Zane Smith will be 7th, it looks like. I mean, you're still going to have some work to do. Kyle Busch will have the lead as they get ready to form up for this one. But 30 laps to go, and we got ourselves a battle for the lead. See. Alright, let's see. I'm going to take a quick look at the leaderboard for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So I didn't get to see how qualifying shook out for that earlier today. Alright, Jesse Love on the pole position, Cole Custer second, Taylor Gray starting in the 3rd position, Chandler Smith in the 4th position. Riley Herbst rounds out your top 5. Then you got Justin Allgaier, Ryan Truex, Allmendinger, Sammy Smith, and Sam Mayer rounding out your top 10 starters here tonight or tomorrow for the Xfinity Series. Again, I won't be home for that one, so I won't be streaming it. Let's see, Austin Hill in the 13th position. Anthony Alfredo with a pretty good start there for the Hour Motorsports number 5. Let's see, who are some of the guys starting deep in the field? Shane Van Gisbergen coming home 33rd. That is so disappointing. He has had such a hot start to his Xfinity Series career. If he could just figure out qualifying on the oval so he wasn't having to try and pass 25 to 30 cars per race, he might stand a little bit more of a shot. Matt Benedetto starting in the 27th position tomorrow. Haley Deegan inside the top 20 for the start. Okay, not bad. Curious to see how guys like Corey Heim end up doing. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully you guys are excited for the end of this race. We got ourselves a battle for the... it'll be a fun battle for the lead here. And let's see, it is going to be officially 16 trucks on the lead lap, so... Kyle Busch first, 2nd will be Corey Heim, 3rd Taylor Gray, 4th Christian Eckes, 5th Sanchez, 6th will be Zane Smith, 7th Lawless Allen, 8th Tanner Gray, 9th Grant Enfinger, and rounding out the top 10 will be Majeski, Friesen, Daniel Dye, Sauter, Dean Thompson, Matt Crafton, And Stephen Parsons will round out your lead lap trucks for today for the run to the checkers here today. And again, I believe Lawless Allen will be the last of the drivers who are grouped up at the front here, and then you're gonna have your lap down cars in between Allen and Tanner Gray, who are the battle for the lead lap spots here. Let's see. We're gonna have to wait and see where they all shake out. But yeah, you've got all your lap down trucks who came and pitted and all that in between them and your waiver rounds. Now, if you had a lot more waiver rounds, then that just didn't get back on the lead lap, then maybe these guys like Tanner Gray and Nimfinger won't be starting as far back. So there is a chance that maybe it isn't worst case scenario here, but here we go. And they are doing the choose cone. So there we go. Lawless Allen, Curry, and Garcia. Yep, there we go. A bunch of trucks that are a lap down. Tanner Gray will be restarting in row number 6. So the rest of the lead lap trucks start back in row number 6, it looks like. And that is going to be a nightmare for them to try and get through that extra little bit of lap traffic. Now, luckily it's not a very thick amount of lap traffic, but it is still traffic that they got to get through. So here we go. Lights are off on the pace truck and we are ready to go back racing. Alright, let's see. There's a bunch of fans out in the stands. I mean, it's not a sold-out house or anything, but I wouldn't expect a sold-out house, honestly, for trucks at Texas. Trucks, though, are the pace truck is off the racetrack, held in the hands of Kyle Busch, and they are green flags out. We are back to racing. And here we go. Let's see. Kyle Busch getting a nice good shove here from the 19 Eckes as Kyle Busch tries to clear the 11 of Corey Heim for the race lead. Kyle Busch going to have to try and block 3 lanes of traffic behind him. Taylor Gray around the outside, making it 3 wide for second. Corey Heim ultimately backs out of the middle of 3 wide. He didn't want to be middle of 3 wide in turn 3. And now it's a 2-wide battle behind Kyle Busch, with Eckes having the advantage here on the inside line. And it looks like Eckes is going to move up to in front of the 17 of Taylor Gray. And here we go again. Zane Smith's got fresh tires. He is going to be absolutely hard charging here to try and see if he can maybe put some pressure on Kyle Busch by the end of this thing. Alright, let's see. Again, right now the number 91 is Zane Smith is battling for the 5th position with Nick Sanchez here. And again, every battle he has to do to try and get another position, that's going to take a little bit of life off those brand new sticker tires that he's got. As we got ourselves 23 laps to go. Alright, let's see. Again, we're settling in here. Looks like Johnny Sauter settling his way into some traffic here. He's going to try and... looks like he's hanging on to the last spot on the lead lap right now. Not a big deal then if he has guys trying to go around him right now. But yeah, there's about a 2.5 second gap between Tanner Gray and the rest of the lead lap trucks. And oh, we got caution. Looks like Chris Wright and the 52 of what's his name? Stuart Friesen are around. Stuart Friesen in the Chili's Mobile and the one of Chris Wright both go around here with 22 laps to go. Now 21 to go. And we're going to have a caution flag. That's going to bunch all 16 drivers up here on the lead lap. Bailey Curry will be the free pass and get the 17th position. Garcia, Carruth, and Holmes will have to fight it out for the free pass here. But I find it impressive that the wreck manages to find the one moment where Rajah Carruth is not the free pass position. Alright, so the 45 got up into the fence here. Let's see. What was the cause of this? Oh, okay. So the one just was coming up the track. The 02 was coming down the track, and they both made contact with each other and just spun it around. I saw the 45 getting up into the track. I thought he may have come back down the track and just completely taken everybody out the same way the 46 of Thad Moffitt did earlier on the race, but ultimately, no. The one car just lost control of the truck and took himself and Stuart Friesen out of this race. As we got 20 laps to go. So another restart here for Kyle Busch. Every restart's another chance for Eckes, Taylor Gray, maybe Corey Heim to find that one weakness in Kyle Busch's game. But they've ended up battling more with each other than they have with everybody else. But yeah, Kyle Busch has officially led the most laps of the afternoon as he has led over half the race now as he has officially crossed the triple-digit mark, leading 100 laps on the day. Alright. So again, we're just kind of hanging out here. Hopefully you guys are having a good time here tonight. We've got ourselves a nice late night truck race. Alright. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this race ends up going. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a big fight for position now that all these drivers get to line up right on the back bumper of each other and there won't be a couple of lap cars in between them. No buffer giving Tanner Gray any sort of disadvantage for him to try and go and lead this one. Alright, here we go. We should be back from commercial break. So they're going to talk about the Texas race on Sunday. Fox Sports 1, if you guys want to go ahead and watch the actual broadcast. We will also be here on YouTube Sunday afternoon for that one. Again, I won't be here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race tomorrow just because I won't be home for it. But here we go. And showing Clint Boyer's Truck Series win here in November of 06. Then in November of 2011, I believe that's Kevin Harvick. Yep, Kevin Harvick winning. Showing a couple of the wins from the drivers in the Cup Series broadcast booth. And there we go, the crescent moon there being shown over the track. Luckily, it's not a full moon because we all know what would happen with this Friday night short track style race if this was a full moon. Here we go. Pace truck is off. Field in the hands of Kyle Busch and Eckes. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. And here we go. Yep, there goes Heim. Heim looking to try and make it 3 wide on the inside. Corey Heim goes and puts Kyle Busch middle of 3 wide. Kyle Busch, though, able to stay in the middle of 3 wide, carry that momentum through the middle, and stays side by side with Eckes through turns 3 and 4. No, we got a caution! Caution! Yellow flag, and there's a big wreck behind. And Eckes is scored the race leader. And massive wreck behind. And that is going to be a big caution flag. That is going to be Grant Infinger collected. Not sure who else. I didn't get a great view of all the trucks involved. But there was a lot of carnage back there. But there we go. Eckes finally able to get the lead over Kyle Busch. And now Eckes will be the control car on this upcoming restart. There we go. Still only 4 different leaders, but now they've at least gotten to 6 lead changes. They've doubled what they had for leaders in the last week's race. They've almost doubled the number of lead changes from last week's race. Alright, so it was Dean Thompson, the 9 of Infinger, Crafton got collected in it, and trying to spot who else got a piece of it. I think I saw Ty Dillon down the inside. Alright, here we go. This is a third person angle. This will help be a little bit more definitive. So, 5, 9, 88. Looks like the 45 spins down. Purdy may have gotten a piece of it, but honestly, I'm kind of impressed at how clean it stays. So yeah, so obviously you got Crafton the most significant damage of the drivers who I think are still in the race at least, because I think the 5 and the 9 are both out. Alright, and yeah, I mean, if you're Crafton, that just all happened right in front of you. Nothing Crafton really could have done better to try and avoid that one. As we got ourselves 15 laps to go here. 15 to go, and Kyle Busch is now going to have to try and earn this win by driving it from the non-control spot on the front row. Assuming that Kyle Busch will choose whatever lane Eckes doesn't, whether that's inside or outside front row. Alright, so there we go. They are going to commercial break. And yeah, we are here and we're ready for this one. Man. hoping for that one to just be a run to the checkers, but... Alright, so we're just getting ready for this one. Let's see. How's everybody's night going, though? Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so you got a UFL commercial going on, you got Michigan Panthers, and whatever the Sunday matchup is. You got Memphis Showboats, Birmingham Stallions. Alright. And now you got a DeWalt commercial. Let's see. Again, right now we're just chilling out. We're just waiting for the final, or for what we assume will be the final restart here. We don't really know if it'll be the final restart or not. A Lowe's commercial. That'd be a cool one to see. See Lowe's and Jimmy Johnson pair up for a final retirement race together. I know we kind of already had that with back at the end of the 2018 season or whatever it was, when they had the final race for the Lowe's sponsorship before the Ally money came in. But I don't know. I'd still like to see the Lowe's make a comeback. Alright, let's see. Let's see what... Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what NASCAR Twitter is saying. Oh, and we're back from commercial break, so just in time for me to go check out what Twitter's saying. Because ain't nobody actually care what Twitter has to say. We got 12 laps to go, doubled up. Should be going green this time, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Twitter page has we got dog picture, cat picture, dog picture, cat picture. The way I like my Twitter. A bunch of animal pictures, a couple of otter couple of clips of otters, either out in the wild or domesticated otters in aquariums. Both are adorable. And lights are on the pace truck, so we are going for at least another time around. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna just pull up Twitter over on the computer so I can look at it without having to scroll on my phone. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Let's see, what else we got? Heim time. Alright, there we go. So we got ourselves 11 laps to go. It'll be 10 at the line this time. Lights are off of the pace truck. We will be going green this time. And say, if you guys do want to follow me over on Twitter, I don't post very often just because I despise Twitter. But if you guys also despise Twitter, go ahead, drop a follow. I post polls over there every once in a while. I chime in on conversations every once in a while. And I like a ton of animal I like and retweet a bunch of animal pictures and clips so I can go back and find them later. So if you guys are interested in any of that, go ahead and follow me over on Twitter. I also try and share when I'm live. When I'm not busy right up until the stream. So here we go. Pace truck is off. 10 to go. It'll be 10 to go at the line. Field in the hands of Christian Eckes. And green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. Again, 10 laps to go. Let's see. What will happen here? 10 laps to go. Kyle Busch getting a push from the top line here. Kyle Busch was not the control car here, so that obviously gave a ton of advantage here for Eckes to get out in front and stay out in front here. But Kyle Busch is a very strong truck. He's up the track right now. Heim slides in just behind Kyle Busch. And here we go. Kyle's now going to be going into turn one. Dives all the way to the bottom. Can Kyle make the bottom work here and wrap it better than everybody else? So Kyle Busch all the way 4 lanes down the track here. The side-by-side battle, 7 versus 19, inside and outside. Kyle Busch, Christian Eckes, 2 Chevys battling it out for the checkered flag. We got 8 laps to go as they came across the stripe that time. Corey Hyman, the number 11 Toyota, wants to get in on the fight. And there we go. Heim makes the move up in front of Eckes, blocking Eckes' air, and that is going to hurt Eckes' potential here. You got Nick Sanchez now on the charge, who went right on by Eckes after that. After Eckes got blocked at exactly the wrong time by Corey Heim. Although again, I think it was a clean block. Not trying to say that. Oh, whoa! Speaking of things happening at almost the exact wrong time, Daniel Dye, Zane Smith just nearly got into a whole lot of trouble with Taylor Gray on the outside too. So that was like a wreck that didn't happen. And oh, here we go. Matt Crafton all the way from the top of the track to the bottom of the track. And Rajah Caruth is back on the lead lap. He got back on the lead lap with a free pass at that last caution flag. So Rajah Caruth now able to be up on the lead lap, and he is going to try and run himself up from 15th place all the way to the front. He's up to 14th right now. Alright, let's see. So right now it's going to be, again, Caruth is battling it out with guys who aren't even on the lead lap right now for position. Or for track position right now. He's fighting with the 66 of Connor Jones, who is the first car 1 lap down. But 5 laps to go, and Kyle Busch has the lead over Corey Heim. And this is a story I feel like we've seen all too many times tonight so far. Heim in behind. He's going to try and run down Kyle Busch, potentially try and push for a pass, but we have not seen anybody actually be able to really pass Kyle Busch once he gets into a rhythm. We've seen him come close, though. So maybe Heim has that extra 110%. Let's say that Heim's been going somewhere between 90 to 95% hard all night. If he has that extra 15% to kick it up to 110% on the effort, maybe we might see something. But right now, again, Kyle Busch is a formidable driver at the front of the field. It is not going to be an easy one to go and just pass him. And here we go. 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 laps at the line this time. 2 laps to go at the line this time. And all Kyle really wants to see is that white flag waving next time by. 2 laps to go here at the end of this Craftsman Truck Series race. Let's see. Nick Sanchez a little bit further back. You got Eckes into the 4th position. Here we go. Heim. Let's see. Heim, he's going to have 1 lap to go at the line. What can Corey Heim do? He is probably the only driver with a shot at this one. White flag waves. Next flag will end the race. So this race does not go to overtime. Kyle Busch versus Corey Heim will be the battle for the win. And here we go. Let's see. Down the back straightaway. Heim all the way to the back bumper of the 7, but not able to get a run off the into the corner here. Off the corner, it'll be down to it, and it's going to be Kyle Busch taking it over Corey Heim. Kyle Busch first. Corey Heim putting up a massive fight, but ultimately Heim comes home second. 3rd, Sanchez. 4th, Christian Eckes. And rounding out your top 5 finishers here tonight was Zane Smith in the 91 car. Daniel Dye, Taylor Gray, Tanner Gray, Stephen Parsons, and Ty Majeski round out your top 10 finishers here in the SpeedyCash.com 250. Alright. So, again, if you guys, as I always say at the end of these, near the end of these streams, if you guys just stayed for the race reaction, thank you guys for staying by. Again, as always, we will go through the entire finishing order. So if you guys want to know where your favorite drivers finished, maybe you guys are a Matt Crafton fan, maybe you guys are a Rajah Caruth fan, maybe you guys are a fan of some other back marker like a Timmy Hill or a Keith McGee, and you want to know where they finished on the day. As Kyle Busch goes and burns it down and all on the front stretch, going and putting up a massive smoke show here. But yeah, so we go and do a quick run through of this one. But just summarizing this race, Kyle Busch proved why he is one of the best drivers on the planet. Obviously, the Cup Series results this year have not shown quite the same level of success, but there we go. Kyle Busch climbing from the truck victorious, winning here at Texas. His 6th NASCAR Truck Series win at the Texas Motor Speedway. And yeah, ultimately it just came down to the better driver with the better car right at the end of the race was able to will his way to victory lane. And when it comes to willpower, there are few drivers who have that will to win stronger than Kyle Busch's will to win. So again, we'll go through the full finishing orders, but again, if you guys were just here for the race reaction, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos, live streams. We'll be back for the Cup Series race on Sunday. Again, I will not be home for the Xfinity Series race, so alright, here we go. So Kyle Busch finishing first, we already talked about him. Corey Heim, a very close and very hard-fought second place. Very well-deserved for Corey Heim. Looking forward to seeing how he can do tomorrow in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Sanchez coming home 3rd. 4th, Christian Eckes. And rounding out your top 5 tonight is Zane Smith, the other NASCAR Cup Series driver in the field. And, yeah. Daniel Dye coming home in the 6th position. Taylor and Tanner Gray, the two brothers, coming home 6th and 7th. Pretty good day for both of them. Stephen Parsons coming home in the number 75 truck, coming home 9th. 10th was Ty Majeski. 11th, Lawless Allen for the 33 team of Rayum brothers. Really good day for them. Definitely got lucky with the timing of that caution and how they held on and how they held out on coming to pit road till after the caution flew there. Rajah Caruth, after that free pass at the very end of that race, he got all the way back up to the 12th position after being a lap down since about lap 2 or 3. Certainly not the day Rajah wanted to have, but he comes home with a 12th place finish. Stuart Friesen 13th, Bailey Curry comes home in the 14th position, and Matt Crafton rounds out your top 15 finishers here today. Dean Thompson 16th. 17th, and the final car on the lead lap was Johnny Sauter. Connor Jones, the first car one lap down, in 18th place. Jake Garcia driving the number 13 truck for Thor Sport Racing comes home 19th. And Mason Massey in the 02 rounds out your top 20. Timmy Hill, the Intimidator, comes home 21st. 22nd will be Brett Holmes. 23rd, Ty Dillon. 24th, Ben Rhodes. And rounding out your top 25 here tonight is Chase Purdy in the number 77 truck. Matt Mills, after a good pit stop early in the race, had a catastrophic restart and ultimately comes home 26th at the end of the day, 2 laps off the pace. Spencer Boyd comes home 27th. Also, he comes home 5 laps off the pace. Keith McGee 8 laps off the pace in 28th place. Grant Enfinger crashed out with 16 laps to go. Chris Wright comes home in the 30th position, 22 laps off the pace. Lane Riggs comes home 32 laps shy of the checkered flag. Thad Moffitt, 166 laps shy of the checkers, is where he ends up crashing out today. Same thing with Memphis Virillial and Tyler Ankrum, also caught up in that lap 2 crash. Those guys finishing 32nd, 33rd, and 34th respectively. And that is a full rundown through the full 34 car or 34 truck field here tonight. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And I think that's everything for tonight. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Now I'll see you guys on Sunday for the NASCAR Cup Series race, or in whatever video or live stream you guys go to watch next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!